Resume. Yeah, we got some work from home moms and dads in the chat. I love it. I love it. I love to see it. All right, everybody. So a little bit about me. My name is Megan Monroe. I used to go by the Millennial Millionaire, and then I realized that God wanted me to be a trillionaire. So I had to change up the brand a little bit. So I want to formally introduce you to Wealthy Woman Enterprises. We have the CEO of Wealthy Woman Enterprises, Christy Jensen, right below me. Christy, say hi. Send a little pom-pom or a heart in the air like you always do.
Oh, hello.
Hey, winner. We love our girl, Christy. She is here. She's one of the biggest support teams. If you guys are in the founders program, the affiliate program, you're going to see a lot of her supporting you. If you ever need a friend, you can always reach out to our Christy and she's going to show you some love, because that is why she is who she is for me and who she is for all of you. I'm going to make sure, guys, please, as you come in, that you're muting. I love to hear from you. I promise I do. But we want to make sure that for my ADHD purposes and everyone else's, that we stay in a place of position to where we are not interrupting my brain. I promise you don't want to do it. I talk fast. Tell Pierre there ain't nothing more important than all of his women. Okay, get that boy in this call. Tonight. Okay, so back to me introducing myself. I'm telling you this ADHD thing. So I decided at the beginning of this year that I was on a mission to create 10,000 wealthy women. I realized that we were in a place where during this pandemic, there are resources that are not available to people across the world. And I decided to curate a space where we were solving that problem. Now, our original team, the reason why you guys see a lot of people that are in the Philippines in the group chat right now, we have an original team of 18 supporters that are helping constantly build this brand. Please do not come off your mic. I don't want to have to boot you from the call. So we have 18 people, the original team for this company, that are from the Philippines, and they have helped me build my multi-million-dollar organization. And now where I'm at, Jermaine, I'm going to make you co-host so you can help me with these, because we have people that are flooding into the call. So
got it.
1 second, because I'm getting distracted. I don't know if I can make you co-host, but I'm gonna make you a host. Whatever. So what happened was I started building out infrastructures. We have our own social media platform. We have just closed a deal with our banking partner. We have facilitated a build out of our crypto exchange, our crypto NFT marketplace, meaning that people like you in the Philippines and people like us in the United States or other countries can have transactional relationships where we aren't. Yeah, you're gonna have to sniper those because I can't mute people anymore. Lola, if you want to mute, please do so. So this is so fun. I created some solutions to allow us to integrate our economy so that the United States dollar isn't the thing that's dominating, suppressing certain currencies, or allowing us to transact in certain ways. And there are different ways that I've built to integrate those systems, but the main one and the most important one right now is the Wealthy Woman Apprenticeship program. And what that is a coaching program where I educate people from the United States of America that are US-based minority-owned business owners. It's okay, baby girl. Is minority-owned business owners, essentially Black women, Latinos, white women, Black men, things like that, to get their entity structured, because there are hundreds of thousands of dollars of business funding, of business grants and resources, not only that, but contracts available to people who have their businesses structured properly. And from there, I educate them on how to acquire up to $150,000 in business credit. I teach them the power of the ripple effect, which is why every single one of you are here, whether you were in the coaching program, the affiliate program, the apprenticeship program, or coming in to join the Wealthy Women Enterprises success team. Every single one of you came here because of the power of the ripple effect lead generation process. Okay, so I'll be talking a little bit about that process tonight. But as we go into this month, this is the first meeting of my official, what me and Jermaine like to call our backflip. This is the time where everything that I've built, every sacrifice I've made over the last 7 years is compiling down and compressing down into the launch of this organization. And I need the support of each and every one of you, whether that's those of you in the apprenticeship program stepping up to the plate, taking the 10K challenge, leaning into the education, leaning into the build out of your community, and showcasing what it means to be a part of this program. Whether it's you as a coach coming in and monitoring the community that you're in charge of, making sure that your state stays at the top of the leaderboard as it comes to momentum building, or you're a support team and you're in the success team, making sure that the back end and the infrastructures of this organization is going the way that it needs to go. So I want to say thank you to every single one of you for being here tonight. This is the first night. The energy right now just feels so good. Like I like to say I'm levitating. My dad's really big dog is coming into the kennel right now, so please excuse the background noise. I'm gonna go ahead. I don't know if I can share screen. So Jermaine, if you want to give me back host really quick, because I think I have to be in webinar mode to have multiple hosts. So I should have known better than that. And I'm not in a webinar. You're probably not. Let me see. No, it says host is disabled screen share. So really quick, if you guys have some financial,
all right, just transferred it.
Thank you. If you guys have some financial goals for the month of September, please shout them out in the comments. Please shout them out in the comments. Let us know what we are all running towards. These are recorded, so I'll be paying attention to the fact, okay? Our Facebook community, this one right here. Let me get Yvonne and let me get Yvonne really quick. Has grown over I think it's like 1,500 members. Yeah, we were at 21. So 1,400 members in 3 days through organic lead generation. This is a skill set that every single one of you on this call will be learning. If you're not already learning it in the apprenticeship program, or if you're a part of our support team, you will be learning this, okay? So this is the biggest money maker that I have. Not only for the sake of me being able to funnel constant leads and clients into my organization and my businesses, but also utilizing this system and giving it as a service to other people to allow their organizations to grow as a whole. Or when I do run leads for my friends and family, the thing about the ripple effect is when you unlock the ripple effect, everyone eats. Everyone eats. Who's hungry right now? I know I'm hungry. I'm hungry right now. I'm ready for this month to do what it's supposed to do. Okay. So shout out your financial goals in the comments. I want to share a little bit about how we got here and why this is working. Now, the last time we reviewed this group, okay. I'm gonna have to go over here. There we go. Clubhouse is so much easier. I just sniper y'all out. Okay. So the reason why this is so powerful, this is just a community. We're a month old. The reason why this is so powerful is not one single person was invited to this space. Okay, not one single person was invited to this group. Every single person that is in this group is a highly targeted lead. Every single person that is in this group is a highly targeted lead. How would you guys feel? So I have a 40% conversion rate. Okay, 40% conversion rate. I hate when I do this to myself because y'all know math is not my strong point. I'm gonna do times 0.4. Okay, so 1,360 people. If we were to launch a product tomorrow, which we're not launching the products or services until the end of the month, which you guys will be trained to do with us as a collective, okay? But right now, 1,360 people times, we'll just go with the, we're gonna go with the $997 offer. That's $1,355,920. I'm so proud of me for saying that number, okay? That is the potential that this organization has at launching. Every single time that someone enters this group, we receive their phone number, their email, which normal people do that, right? Normal people do that. But the way that these leads are curated with power questions, by understanding the point of attraction, by understanding the benefit that people are seeking and the psychological behavior that creates a certain type of reaction that causes viral organic lead generation, which the statuses that we're using to get people into this funnel, okay, causes that conversion rate when people come into this. And that's why we've been able to curate this space at such a high level. So I want you guys, some of you guys are here to learn a little bit about what it is that I'm passionate about, because right now we were in pre-launch for this community. We've done 3.4. Y'all, okay, I'm gonna have to turn off notifications on my Facebook. I don't know. And if y'all want to come off your cameras so I can see some faces, thank you, Judy, because you know how I am staring at nothing. So I want you guys to understand, because we're at 3.4K with the general space, but this month we're going to be launching all 50 states. So right now we did the basic pre-launch experience. We have the Founders Challenge kind of happening. But what I want you guys to understand is that the goal for the success team, those of you guys who are wanting to help with group management, those of you guys who are wanting to help with market research, those of you guys who are wanting to help with social media management and the digital content creation, one of you will be appointed to one state So Alabama, Atlanta, Alaska, okay? You guys will be appointed to one state, and you will have a coach that is over the community as a whole. You will have the group that is the moderator, the person in charge of curating those leads, making sure that they're getting in the thing, making sure the emails and such go out. The market researcher, your job per state is going to be facilitating searching for groups within that space, within that state. So you'll look for the top cities in the state of Alabama, okay? Then you'll search entrepreneurial groups. Hi, baby girl. Entrepreneurial groups in that area to help us curate a quality space. And then the people managing those groups will be making sure that those lead generation statuses with the founders, who are the people who are choosing to participate, we'll explain that program a little bit later, who are choosing to participate and help our organization as a whole grow, which is like the coolest thing that I do is get a bunch of people that love me to support our mission and grow, and then they benefit from it. But those founders, Judy knows her team, I don't know, they've done probably 1,000 out of these 1,400 leads by themselves within the last 3 days. So the founders are people. What'd you say, baby?
Team 6.
Team 6 has been representing y'all. But they come in and we build out these founders teams per state. And their ultimate goal is to get each Facebook group to 10,000 people in the next 30 days. So each and every one of you that will be coming in, you'll be assigned to a group. You'll be assigned to a role within that group. And your job will just be to do your one or two activities. Literally, it's not going to be a bunch of complicated stuff, okay? It's going to be you just doing, you're being a joint or a gear in the organization for us to rise this up at the same time, okay? So from a microscopic level, you have 100 founders doing 100 leads per day. They already know how to do that. It's super simple. I already created the system and they just follow the training, okay? Your job is to make sure they do that. If 100 founders do 100 people a day, the potential is 100,000 people in the group within the 30-day period, but we just shooting for 10K. Right? So they could fall to 10% of their conversion rate, which we like to do with the lowest number. We usually rock with a 40%, but we'll give them 10%. We want winners around here, right? So your guys' goal by the end of the month is just to cross your 10K line. That's it. And it's not going to be work on your back. You're just going to do your part. If you're doing your research, it's just to make sure that list of Facebook groups locally is in that spreadsheet. If you're doing and you're finding information and resources for entrepreneurs in that area, it'll be clearly defined in your job description. Those of you guys who are part of the Founders Challenge, your job will be to do the lead generation statuses, posting them every day, following the simple funnel. If you're part of the affiliate program, your specific job, and we'll show you this part coming up next, is just to make sure that you guys make your 6 sales a day per group, okay? So I'm going to show you guys how that works, but that's 6 sales a day per group is how we're going to hit our $12 million goal as a collective. Okay. It's crazy to think that it's that easy. 10,000 sales, 10,000 wealthy women is our goal. Okay. Broken down by 50 Facebook groups over a 30-day period is only 6 sales per day in those groups. That's it. Okay, so I want you guys to understand that this process, even from a big bird's eye view, it may seem like a lot, but every single one of you is just going to focus on and commit to doing your best in your position. You don't need experience for this. You don't need experience for this, okay? And that's what's going to be so cool is you're going to be able to come in here and learn $1 million skill set, which is the ripple effect. If you can bring customers to anybody's business, you will never need work ever again. I promise you, okay? And you can use this to build clientele for your business as well. So if you, hold on one second. The notifications, I gotta learn how to turn them off on my computer. So does that sound good? Being able to learn $1 million skill set, literally no fluff, $1 million skill set without experience? Are you cool with the energy that you're feeling right now? Are you guys here ready to have some fun and just learn something and be a part? I have a goal of 10,000 wealthy women because what's happening in the United States of America is the wealth gap is getting bigger and bigger. They're wiping out small businesses left and right in America. They're trying to take all the money to the top and our poorer people are getting poorer and poorer. We can't allow our wealth gap to get wider or the rest of the world crashes. Okay. So what's happening is the minorities, and I preach when I talk. So those of you guys who may be biblical, maybe not, but y'all gonna learn I'm a cussing Christian. So I preach and I be cussing sometimes on here, but I always coach and preach at the same time. So if that offends you, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be doing it. what I gotta say,
preach.
I'm gonna be preaching, but the Bible says that the wealth of the sinners is stored up for the righteous. And what's so powerful about being a minority in America right now, someone who's willing to become incorporated, meaning a legal business entity, is that there are hundreds of thousands of dollars in financing for a properly structured business. That's why this apprenticeship is so important. That is why the ability to curate an audience, of 4,300 people, I said the number right, yay me, 4,300 people in just a few weeks is so powerful. And with us coming together and you guys focusing on just building the infrastructure, playing your part, if you're an apprentice, do the challenge, get the results, and be in that group showing people what's possible. You guys are the beacon of hope for people right now. You guys are the beacon of hope. And what's so powerful about, we have the Wealthy Woman Success Team coming in here. You guys are going to come in. The application will be posted after this Zoom. If this sounds like it's something that you want to be a part of, I will be posting that application. But what's so amazing is, Judy, wave at everybody. Let them see you, okay? Miss Judy, she's launching her business in our apprenticeship program. She's going to need a graphic designer. She's going to need a market researcher. She's going to need someone to come and manage her community on the back end. So you guys are going to help facilitate a launch for a collective of people who will soon be the next generation of people hiring you. Okay. I want you guys to understand that. So please take heed to everything I do. It sounds crazy sometimes. I promise I'm a big thinker. I got a big old brain. Okay. But what I'm doing, every single one of you are here on purpose. Every single one of you has a purpose. And I promise you, I'm thinking about you so far into the future, that if you can be brave enough to learn something new right now, us as a collective, we can make mountains move. They can't, God called me to save my nation. I'm gonna bring my brother Jermaine on here in a second, but he has called a collective of people to rise up during this time and to make sure that this wealth transfer, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, there's a wealth transfer that's happening where the big money is being shifted over to the people who are coming. And I'm making more money than I've made as an entrepreneur in a long time. And I'm over here half asleep all the time. Like, I had COVID, I dealt with the long haul, I was sick, and God still blessed my family and blessed my life. And I know without a doubt, God gave me this blueprint for us launching this organization so clearly that I am not afraid at all that we're even going to accomplish it. We're going to have Deca Millions in our organization at the end of this month and get ready to scale. We're launching a banking system, a global banking system at the end of this year that is going to allow the Filipinos on this call, the people from Colombia, the people from Africa on this call, we're going to be able to transact in our marketplace, and y'all's money is going to be at the same level as our money and not dictated by the United States dollar, which keeps suppressing your money, okay? They're doing the same thing to our money, but our people are clueless. They don't realize that we're in a serious issue of inflation. But our marketplace is going to solve all those problems, and it's already done. It's already built, okay? So what I need you guys to focus on is doing your best at doing what you are here for. Some of y'all need a job, that's why you're here. Some of y'all want to make extra money, so you're an affiliate, that's why you're here. Some of you guys want to build your coaching business, and that's why you're on this call, because you want to be in charge of a giant audience. Some of you guys are sitting here as an apprentice and you're ready to go to the next level financially and build out your business and your dreams, and that's why you're here. This is a giant symbiotic relationship. And the one thing that they can't stop is a collective coming together on a mission. And so here with all 53 of you today, thank you all for coming. Can I get a 444, the number of manifestation, in the chat if you're ready and here to unlock this mission? Jermaine, I don't know if you're ready to hop on here and say a little something. But I'm really excited for our new family that's here today. So I just want to say thank you. I'm gonna let Jermaine speak for a little bit, and then we're gonna go into some of the breakdown of what you guys can expect to see over the next few weeks.
Powerful stuff. I mean, it's just cool to watch. Like, I don't really have much to say, but I just know that they're in for something big, and I could tell everyone's excited because the energy is super responsive and through the roof. So I'm just excited for you guys. I hope that you guys know that you're in for a treat. Like I said, anytime Megan opens up her heart, that big old heart of hers, just know that gold is getting ready to pour out. So just get your little pot ready, catch this gold, and let's get the ball rolling.
I am thankful for you. So we're gonna do present. I didn't finish this presentation. It's like 4 slides in, almost done, but not done. But I'm just gonna cover the outline of the first part. There's going to be 4 categories to this launch. So some of you guys may be on here and you're like, you heard that you know, if you're looking for the work part of things, you were either here for group management, you were here for market research, or you were here for graphic designer. But as I talk about these things we're going to come into, I want you guys to let me know if there's something that you may be able to add to this team, because we do have other positions available inside of this launch. But the outline for this goal, there's going to be 4 different programs that we're focusing on throughout this process. Okay, so the first one that we're going to be focusing on is $11 product. Okay, it's the Business Credit Basics Workbook. It's just a simple digital product. Every single one of you on this call, whether you're here as an assistant, whether you're here as an affiliate, whether you're here as a coach, or whether you're here as an apprentice, you can create and sell a digital product that teaches somebody how to do something. So the reason I'm starting with a low ticket digital product is because this is your first offer that should be in your funnel. Okay. And our goal is to just sell 7 of these per group per day. Okay. It's just $11 product. Everyone is being lead generated into these communities from a business credit lead generation status. You guys know which one I'm talking about for those of you guys who are running the Founders Challenge, okay? So this is gonna be the first goal, 10,000 of those. The reason being we want 10,000 is because we want 10,000 beacons on. Our ultimate goal is this apprenticeship, right? 10,000 wealthy women over here. But this will allow us to get a buying audience that's getting ready to purchase. And whether that purchase is an $11 purchase or that purchase is a $111 purchase, which you're gonna see over here with the apprenticeship, we want to focus on with the affiliates making that 7 per day per group. It's so easy. Okay, you guys, it's going to be so easy. Now we're going over to the other offer that we have available, which is the apprenticeship. A lot of people have businesses, they have ideas, they have no clue how to be a proper structured entity. They have no clue that there's over $150,000 in financing and grants and resources available to them from the start. They have no idea how to build out a community that can be a pool of clients or a pool of buying customers in the beginning. Or maybe there's someone that doesn't want to build out a business. Some of you guys may not want to build out a business, or maybe you don't want to be a virtual assistant forever, but curating a community of virtual assistants that you can allow people to source their businesses from is something you can make money off of, which leads us over to the digital real estate course. So as we're doing this launch, every single one of you guys, I want you to know that as we're doing this launch as a collective, it's a performance, okay? I am recording everything that we're doing. It's a case study. We call it kingdom case study, all right? Who wants to be a kingdom case study? Who wants to see the favor of God just pour out over your finances and your business this month, okay? Type kingdom case study in the group chat if you guys know what I'm talking about, because I want this community to be a kingdom case study. But the power of the kingdom case study is at the end of this month, when we have our live launch protocol, which is where the apprentices will be learning their first live launch method, okay? The affiliates will learn how to support a live launch. The success team will learn how to do a live launch. So you guys will have that skill set under your belt, okay? And the coaches will learn how to do a live launch for their business. But our first live launch process will be a digital real estate course. Now, what digital real estate is, I'm going to stop my share, or not stop share, but I'm going to exit this mode. We showed you the Facebook group. Oh, this is me and my lead generation statuses. So there's proof, you guys. There's the 100K, the 1.1K. There's 700 people on that, 400 people on that. So I'd be doing this crazy lead generation state, but this is digital real estate. Okay, I built this group. Okay, I built this group in 2 weeks to 2,000 people by myself. I had there was 70 people in there that I had brought in previously from my previous organization. And then I said on the first status, I said, are you guys ready to see the ripple effect in action? I built this group to 2,000 people in just 2 weeks by myself. Now, 2,000 people, that's usually about $10 each in a paid ad. $5 to $10 each if you're lucky. Okay, so I saved myself $20,000. Okay, I saved myself $20,000 doing this by myself. Right now we're at $34,000 that I've saved by generating leads in here for free. Now, what I can do in here and what we're launching coming fourth quarter, because people are going to get ready for Black Friday, they're going to have all their sales and stuff. Part of the Founders Challenge, I know there's a lot of moving pieces, but stay with me, is we're going to have a featured founders directory that right now is going to be on the Wealthy Women Enterprises organization as a verified business. So they'll be interviewed. We'll do a product review. We'll actually have them as a verified seller where they can market in my community. So now I'm charging rents on my digital real estate. If you guys are struggling for extra income, this is the first thing I always teach my apprentices. The first thing you should be doing is building yourself a community, okay? I don't care what it is that you do. You need a side income, you need a community. So digital real estate is so powerful because guess how much money I made off of this group in 2 weeks by myself, text in the chat. I'm a cash app somebody who gets close. And if you're part of my apprentices, don't answer this question because I know that you know it is. But please drop a guess. I know Judy was about to answer this.
Somebody over there cheating, trying to win the contest.
She was. Egyptian cheating too. I'm cash apping somebody. Not one of my.
Trying to get free money. You got the ripple effect, man. What's going on?
Right?
Oh, somebody's really close. There's somebody really close.
Ian said 20 billion.
That's right. Speak it into existence.
Exactly. I'm here for it. All right. So we have Egyptian. Okay. So Keisha said 20K. Egyptian be cheating. Donnie said 25K. LaDavia said 30K. Eve said 100K. Girl, we are doing that next time. Okay. Ian said 20 billion. I'll take it. Okay. I'm gonna cash out you just because of manifestation. Mallory said 34K. Okay. So what it actually was, we got 150K from Mary Rose. I love that name. Donnie said 150K. May said 70K. Michael said 30K. Mary Carr said 75. And Soiger, you need to teach me how to say your name. Soiger said 35K. So it was $21,000 that I made off the group with 2,000 people with the ripple effect in 2 weeks. Okay. $21,000. That's after like the payment processing fees came out. And that was just off of digital products. So products that were already made. So the power of what we're doing over here, that's really powerful, huh? So, okay, hold on. Who is the closest besides my cheating girl? I think Keisha, you were the closest.
Yeah.
Just gonna call
Team
my
6.
homie out like that?
Team 6.
Dang.
Team 6. Yeah, I'm gonna call Egyptian out. She cheating. She be cheating. All right. She said team 6, of course. Team 6 takeover. That's what that is. Okay, y'all. So you guys will learn more about our teams in just a second, okay? But I'm gonna expand this out. So the reason we're focusing on the digital real estate launch at the end of this month, and that's gonna be a $997 product, okay, is because as we build this entity, as we build this organization together, which is the Wealthy Women Enterprise Organization, all 50 Facebook groups per state and the mother group per state, which is not per state, sorry. So all 50 groups per state, and then our mother group, which is the Wealthy Women Entrepreneurs, okay? Our goal is to take that case study of how each and every one of you are part of the growth of these communities and use that case study to sell out this launch. Now, my projection for this launch is this number right here. Now, for those of you guys who are part of the apprenticeship program, you know that you make how much of a percentage when you sell a course? How much do you make? Someone on mic?
50.
You make 50%, okay? Someone take $5 million from me. Who's gonna do it? I wanna know. Who's gonna take $5 million from me that's in the apprenticeship program, okay? If you're part of the affiliate program, you can make 10 to 20%. If you are an affiliate that is in the apprenticeship program, you can make 50%. And if you are part of the affiliate program, meaning that if you're a virtual assistant and you're in charge of your group and you're sitting here making these 7 sales per day, you can still make those commissions. That 10 to 20% of these 997. Can someone take $5 million from me this month, please? Someone, where are you at? Who's gonna do it? Pierre said he will do it. All right. LaDavia says she's gonna do it. Well, I'm gonna see. Keisha says she's gonna do it. Jermaine, do you think they're gonna do it?
Absolutely. Come on.
Absolutely. I think they're gonna do it. They stinky. They be over here scrapping over here. So especially Pierre. He be controlling the space. You guys. So I'm trying to give away $5 million. And whether you guys be doing these numbers or I'm doing these numbers, it's gonna get done. God has already given me the vision, the clarity, the confirmation. He's brought every single one of you beautiful people to me. Okay. And so we're focusing on the digital real estate, but we're going to use the Wealthy Women's Organization to showcase and be the case study. Okay. And my goal is with the digital real estate launch, when we bring these people in, we do hit this $10 million goal. But the biggest deal is that we have a mass amount of community. Why? Because we are launching our own social media platform the first of the year. Okay. So if I have 10,000 business owners who curated a community, and those business owners bring their audiences, their well-served audiences, because they learned how well I serve my people, how well these organizations grow. They're built with my culture infused in them, with our culture infused in them. And we launch our social media DigiFam, which is a safe haven for people from this pandemic, where the truth is told, the truth about what's going on with these vaccinations, the truth about what's going on with COVID, what's going on in the world financially. Not only that, but we have an NFT cryptocurrency marketplace, which I'll teach you all. If you guys want to learn about cryptocurrency, it doesn't matter if you're a part of the organization for the success team or otherwise, you all are going to learn about cryptocurrency. Some of you guys, I do pay people in Bitcoin if that's what you want. I believe in building wealth. It doesn't matter what level of my organization that you're a part of, okay? But the goal with this digital real estate course launch is to have a lower ticket offer, which is the $997, okay? And we want people that are gonna come and take it seriously to build their community, so that when we are ready to launch our organization, it moves over into that another network. And then last but not least, we have an event in January, okay? And so we will be pushing event tickets that are showcasing what it means to be a part of us, but we're also launching our banking system at this event. So these are the 4 programs that we're going to be focused on. There are trainings that explain these programs and what you may want to focus on. You may be, okay, I'm just going to sell the heck out of the digital real estate because I want high commissions, or I'm going to focus on the business credit basics because it's super low ticket. It's easy to make that really quick. And I want to make money really quick. Or you may focus on the apprenticeship, or you may focus on the event because you really love to see people in person. You'll see the different personality types coming out with these. But my personal goal is this right here. And so the infrastructure that I've built for you guys to be executing this month is to curate those spaces. So now we have the apprentices that are running towards the 10K launch, okay? You guys, what I want you to understand with the apprentices and the 10K launch is that you, Kingdom Case Study, okay? I need y'all on top of your game, taking no no's for an answer. Y'all are gonna build your infrastructures and you're gonna be making them coins this month. I want you to do it for the sake of all that is your pockets. But I also want you to do it because I want you to be the Kingdom Case Studies. I want you to be in the groups. I want you to share what it looks like to be in the favor, what it looks like to execute these things for yourself. Don't hold yourself back this month. Don't make excuses this month. If you're busy, let's be busy together. I will stay up with you. I don't care. We can be on Zoom 24/7, all of us together as a collective. But what I'm telling you right now is that it's time to break through, but people are going to be scared. They're looking at everything that's going on in the world and they're overwhelmed. And I want you guys to step into complete execution this month and complete momentum building for you and your organization this month. So you can show people that there are other ways to make income and other ways to make money. Jermaine, I see that you're unmuted. Do you want to add something?
No, you're good. Keep rolling.
Keep rolling. All right. I'm going to stop with the super expanded, non-finished thingy. And we're going to go into what's on my notepad really quick. So coffee break. How's everybody doing? I know we had some people join us really quick towards the end. This is recorded, so there will be a replay available to you. Don't worry about that.
You guys like just having the blueprint handed to you, spoon fed? Y'all are spoiled.
They are.
Spoiled.
They are. It's lesson season. Like, I just want us to like put on our blinders and not pay attention to what's going on in this world because it's all just to confuse us. I want to, if you're in a tough situation, let's fix the tough situation. If you're dealing with too much, let's figure out how we can put things in place and position so that you can win in this season so you don't ever have to see that again. Like, I just want you guys to understand it's time for you to get fed up with the normal. Get fed up with what it is that has been causing you to be in a place and position of struggle. Okay. And I want you to understand that in this season, it's time for you to progress. It's time for you to break through the trauma, the lies, the agreements. They've got to go. You guys have to understand that in order for someone to see your worth, you have to start seeing your worth. In order for someone to invest in you, you have to invest in you. You have to do things you don't want to do. You guys, I had to get my eyebrows waxed yesterday. I didn't want to do it, but I wasn't about to start the month without some good looking eyebrows. No, I'm kidding. I'm being dumb. I wasn't about to start the month without some good looking eyebrows. So we're gonna go over for those of you guys who are part of the success team, if you want to stay to kind of listen to the curriculum that I'm having the apprentices build out, please do. I would love for you guys to stay till the very end, honestly, because I love, it's an opportunity to learn. Guys, right now, remember we talked about our video sales letters on Friday and what that looks like. If you want to grab your notebooks, please, really quick. I'm going to be going over an outline of what I want you guys to be compiling down. Now, what you're with your sales letter. Hello, Christine. Nice to meet you. Okay, we mute when we come on here. It's okay. So with a video sales letter, a sales letter, some copy, and Jermaine, I hope you go off after I get into this, or maybe before I get into this, because he is the king of copywriting, okay? But with a video sales letter, I'm gonna stop share really quick and just make you guys see my face. Hi, son.
I'm bored.
You're bored?
Yeah, I'm hungry, bored-ish.
What are you gonna do about being bored?
I'm hungry.
Didn't you just have dinner? Can you hand me my charger right there?
What can you for me?
I've got Madison over here bored too.
No.
Yeah, we need to get.
I'm just on this phone.
You're bored. All our 6-year-olds are bored right now.
I know she's grounded from her phone, so.
Oh no!
And I'm
That's her
glad
lessons.
on the toys.
And, oh, she said and her toys.
Oh my goodness.
Those are wealthy children in waiting. See, now let me give y'all the real play. See, what you do is you take the ripple effect and you teach your children, let your children do it, and now they're employed, and now you don't have to do it. Hey, isn't that like a smart idea?
And it's a tax write-off.
Well, because
She wanted to tell you.
I got in trouble because I talked too much in class.
Girl, same. I be talking too much in class too.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
I feel that.
Yeah, keep talking. And now I just lead the class so I don't have to stop talking.
And can you tell she has too much fun? But in all seriousness, guys, so this is the time where you want to go from a light bulb to a laser beam, right? You want to dial in, you want to get super, super focused, right? You want to make sure that you start cleaning your actual environment. You want to make sure that, people who contribute easily, you get them out of your space, out of your circle. You want to keep your energy very crystal clear, right? You want to make sure that even if you have to communicate with certain people, like, hey, I'm about to get in my zone. Think about it like this. Like when there's a plane on a runway, what it does is it uses all the fuel at the beginning right before takeoff. And 99% is not enough to take off the ground. You have to give it 110%. But the cool thing is, if you go all in this time, and when I say this time, I'm not saying that you haven't gone all in before, but what I am saying is you want to go all in like you could really be up $100,000 next week. A lot of times people participate in things and they see the opportunity, but they don't seize the opportunity. They don't do everything they know they could have did. I want you guys to get ready to go all in, because honestly, I would say in about 2 to 3 months, your whole life, I'm talking about your entire zip code could be different, right? If you seize the opportunity and take it seriously and just know that being very, very intentional, coming to the table, knowing exactly what you want out of this, it's going to happen. But you got to bring the belief. You have to bring the intensity. I know we're like kind of making jokes and stuff, but bring the intensity. Go all in like you're going to do something great for your family next week. And the cool thing is when you stay prepared, like magical things happen. Magical things happen. Like what's going to happen is that opportunity is going to come because you're prepared for it. A lot of the times, the opportunities might work for somebody else, and it's going to work a little bit different, more in their favor. But why? They wanted it better. They wanted more of it than you wanted. And not to say that you didn't deserve it, but their hunger, their intensity, their preparation, their being there on, just being early, their attentiveness, it was a different degree of hunger and hustle. If you bring that to what's about to happen, guys, you're gonna see magic. But go ahead, Megan. I didn't mean to go on a tangent, but I want them to prepare their heart space, their head space, and of course their physical space and even relational space to clear this runway for this plane to take off.
That for us, I think Jermaine and you can agree, was the biggest reason why me and you were able to advance so quickly, whereas other people who were twice our age couldn't even figure out, you know, how we created the success we did. Like me and Jermaine have been at this game for a long time. He's 10 years in, I'm 7 years in. Like we've been at this since before entrepreneurship was cool. Okay. Like, and y'all, some of you guys can feel that. Tell me how old you are in the chat. I promise this is no judgment, but I want to know. I have a 16-year-old working for me from the Philippines right now. And I have people all the way up to, you know, Christy and a few of the other women that are in our organization. You know, we have a huge different diversity of ages and locations, but I want to tell you something. There's a call in you, and that's why you're here. I don't just attract average people. It's not in me. I never will. Okay. I have a goal and a call on my life, and because you were attracted to me, there's something big in you. So today I want to break off defeat, but there's something about what Jermaine just said, being willing to show up and apply. I can teach you $1 million skill set like we're about to learn as a collective. But if you don't lean in and apply, if you don't show up and be willing to stretch and be uncomfortable and learn new things, okay? How are you going to ever get in a place and position of winning? If you have a meeting and you don't show up for it, you're cutting yourself, you're cheating yourself. I was always the person in the group chats when I was in my first business, always the person in the group chats cheering everyone on. I was always on the calls. I was always sitting there with new information. I was always doing product research, finding new ways to do lead generation. I was always the person, I was like, no, there's got to be a better way. That's how I built the infrastructure of the launch that you guys are about to witness. Let me tell you something. 500, I said 500, but apparently we doing 10, a million, but 500,000 people, okay? 500,000 people will be in these 50 Facebook groups combined at the end of this month. They will be in there. 500,000 people. Why? This is not fluff. This is proven off of what we just experimented with over the last 2 weeks. You guys watched it happen. Okay. We had I think we had 6 total people working the founder like pre-launch challenge over the last few days. 1,200 people. And they didn't know how to handle virality, so they were getting blocked. Okay. We're doing it. Okay. All it takes is us to be laser focused on our one piece of our puzzle. We're going to get it done. But you have to be willing to lean in and do that part. So I'm going to go with you guys through, this is for the blueprint. I want you to be thinking about when as you're building out these products. Okay, so we went over one version of VSL on Friday. This is another version that I do. And you know how I like to be with my multi-dimensions of ways of pulling out information. But the first thing I want you guys to be focused on is what is going to be your lead generation, freebie, giveaway product. Okay, so what is that going to be? For me personally, you guys see how I'm rocking with the business credit workbook. Business credit checklist is working. I've expanded that into a paid product. You guys are going to see me tomorrow post. So the business credit workbook that I built, it's just a checklist, and then it's the workbook content, and then it's got a vendors list, and it's got the links for every single one of the steps of getting their business credit started, as well as some vendors on the end of it. That's a $97 product. I'm going to be posting it tomorrow, which will be part of the challenge for $11. I'll be like, and the status that I'm going to write that I always use every time, that always works, is who wants my blueprint for getting blah, 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 business credit in 90 days for $11 before I post it for $97 on my website. I just need a testimonial in exchange. So that's what I'm going to be posting. We'll see how that goes, like it always should go, because it does the same thing every time. It doesn't matter what the product is, because these are the formulations of a psychologically stimulating thing. People get FOMO. They want to be the first one. They want to get the discount. It works. That's why, because it's psychologically arranged. So I want you guys to be thinking about what is your seed product that you're going to be building for your organization. Okay. Judy, have you thought about what that's going to be? Pierre, have you thought about what that's going to be? Bonnie.
I have.
Ness. Deborah.
Yes.
So we're getting our freebies figured out and developed, Vanessa?
Yes, working on it.
And
I've got mine.
There we go.
Got an idea for 2 different ones.
Yep. And you can have as many of those seed products as you want. Like the power of the apprenticeship is there's few different things that I can attract people to. One of the things I posted was like, this is completely true. Who wants to know how I acquired 50 properties overnight for free? That was a lead generation status I used, right? People went crazy. And what was I talking about? The digital real estate. We made those 50 Facebook groups. It took Kathleen an hour and a half to develop those groups. Okay. And now we've got those groups and I'm about to launch this organization. You know how much advertising money I can make off of just having a community? Those 50 properties will make me more in a year, I can guarantee it, than a 50-unit apartment building. And that's on period. Okay. So that's a lead generation status I'm going to be using. And the freebie is just, it's not even like a deep dive of what it is to build that out. It's just the outline. So think about your giveaway. Who is it for? So last week we went through the process of outlining who your target audience is. We talked about psychographics, demographics, geological location, and behavior analysis, okay? We also talked about the personality types. We talked about the bank code, the blueprint personality types, the action personality types, the nurture personality types, and the knowledge personality types. We talked about utilizing demographic, psychographic, behavior analysis, and geographic with the bank code personality types and how to feed them information. We also talked about using that to curate our target audience, okay? So I want you guys to be focusing on who is that freebie for, so that you can unlock the ripple effect to its entirety when you're doing your lead generations into your community. So keep thinking about what that is, right? Take that down, take those, put those in the notes. Now, you don't teach somebody who things are for without teaching them who they're not for, okay? And this is part of what you put into your video sales letter. I always, in my webinars, I'm always gonna be like, this is for this person. And it's not for this person. And I'll be like lazy, unmotivated. You know, you could do an age difference. You could do a location. You know, if you're selling bikinis as a product, you're not going to be selling that to someone who lives in Antarctica, right? So I'm so funny. So I just want you guys to be, you know, going through those processes of eliminating the people of who it's not for. And you can use that psychologically, right, to curate a space of people that is, what did we use, Jermaine? Is it aces and jokers? That was like the most ultimate play we could have ever used when it came to bringing people into the organization we wanted to launch, because we didn't want a bunch of people who were jokers, people who came on and said that they wanted to do something, that they wanted to build something, and they never could show up and do it. We wanted the aces, and we outlined what an ace is. So we wanted aces. That's what we outlined on one side. And we said everything that an ace was. And then on the other side, we said, who's it not for? And that was a joker. Right now, I'm just going to say this. If you're someone who's coming in, this is for real. This is me just, if you're someone who's coming into this organization, meaning this is your first time tasting what it's like to be on one of our Zooms, and you think, you know, I don't know if I can do this, and you're not, or you're someone that doesn't take your work seriously, it's really not for you. This isn't for you. I need winners. I need someone who's willing to become a winner. I don't care if you got to be trained. I don't care if you have never done something like this before. If you're scared, cool. Let's be scared together. I'm scared too. Like, I'm about to change the world with my single little handies and all of you guys. Okay. It's scary. It's a lot of responsibility, but I'm willing to be scared and do it anyways, because I'm an ace. You know, are you an ace or a joker? So we ran that narrative on one of the launches that me and Jermaine did. I want to know, are you guys an ace or a joker? Let me know in the chat. I hope you're all aces. It works every time. It works every time, but it's a great narrative. And we ran that and it works. So I want you guys, who is it for? Who's it not? Okay. Other thing is getting your launch ready. So this is something that you're smiling at me. I love you, buddy. Hey, Sarah, I saw you come off camera. Stay there. We love looking at you. So the best part about building your product, okay? I want you guys to write this down in the chat since you're already there. Fast over fancy, okay? I want you to do it fast over doing it fancy. Fast over fancy, okay? I want you to write progress over perfection. Progress over perfection. Pierre, that one was for you. Deborah, that one was for you. Ness, that one was for you. Bonnie, that one was for you. Judy, that one was for you. Okay? Progress over perfection. It was for me too. That's because y'all know we the same.
I'm learning.
Okay, Monroe. Yeah, this is for me too. Progress over perfection. Write that in there. This month, you want to have a 10K month? That means that you need 103 people to buy a $97 digital product. So if we're going off of a 10% conversion rate, bottom line, Judy, Pierre, Vanessa, Miss Bonnie, how many people does that mean that you have to have in your group? If you need 103 people to buy a $97 product to make $10,000 at the end of this month, how many people do you need in your group? You know this answer.
1,003.
1,003. I think it's 1,030. It would be 1,030.
30. Sorry,
Yeah,
my bad. Whatever.
1,030.
That was pretty close.
Pierre, Judy, Keisha, you're not on the program yet, but Keisha.
I'm almost there, by the way.
Do you think, Miss Keisha, are you there, baby? Do you think it will be hard for you to do a group with 1,030 people based off of your experience with the ripple effect over the last 3 days? Do you think it would be hard? Keisha's not in my coaching program, you guys. She's part of the founders program. Do you think it would be hard, Keisha? No, she said no. You want to know why? Because this woman single-handedly recruited 50% of the leads that came in the group the last 3 weeks. 500 people probably has come by the hand of Keisha, okay, into our group. That means that she could still make 5K alone just off of those people. That's powerful, you guys. Let's make $10,000 not so big. Let's acknowledge it for the little tiny wimp that it is, okay? Let's break down those money barriers. Go, Keisha. And I'm cash apping you after this call, honey, because you deserve it. Thank you. Thank you for being a kingdom case study. Thank you for being hope and an example. Thank you for leaning in and taking action and showing what doing the work can look like, okay? And this girl is invested in this community too. That's the other thing. The benefit of having people that come in and build your organization with you. Keisha was texting me today with things that we could do, that we could run with our group now, because it's her group and my group, because we built it together. You inspire me too. You inspire me every day. But I want you guys to understand. So we got our apprentices. You want to make 10K this month. You're going to make a $97 freebie. That's not freebie. I always call everything a freebie. Everything's not free because we are charging in this season. I'm charging in this season. Okay, write it in the chat. I'm charging this season. Stop working for free. Okay, I'm charging this season. That's all you need, y'all. That's all you need. Some of you guys are virtual. I'm gonna coach the virtual assistants tonight. Let's do that too. Some of y'all are virtual assistants and you have a skill set. Okay. Some of y'all are really good at organizing. So one of you guys was applying for the job and you sent me a software. You sent me a software to help me to where I didn't have to pay. I'm still going to bring you guys for group management, but I don't have to pay for the time that it's going to take for you guys to get those leads in there, because she gave me a software, right? And the power of her giving me that resource saves me $80,000, literally, like $80,000, okay? And so you guys can create a free digital outline on how to do what you're doing and sell that product to US-based virtual assistant that's starting up. So we coached the VAs for today. There's that. I'm going to move on. So we learned fast over fancy, progress over perfection. Now, this is my favorite one. Can you guys say beta, B-E-T-A, beta now, better later? Beta now, better later. If it's in beta mode, if your coaching program, if your product is beta now, better later, you will always be able to improve and make this amazing thing. But guess what? My product is low ticket right now. It's low ticket as heck. It's $111 for that coaching thing a month. That's no money, okay? For some people, it's a lot, so I don't be disrespectful, but that's not for the amount of information I'm giving them. That's no money. This product is going to be $1,000 for every 3 months, starting the 1st of January. There's no access to this program after the end of September. I'm cutting it off. What we get is what we get, okay, with the $111 price. Everyone's getting grandfathered into that price. but I'm upping the cost to $997 quarterly, meaning that the first 3 months of the year, so they're getting 3 months instead of 12, and it's going to be $997. Why? Because it's in beta testing right now, but it'll be better later. So we learned fast over fancy, progress over progression, and beta now, better later. And that's how I want you guys to be thinking as we're going into this launch together. I'm not looking for perfection from you. I'm looking for progress from you. Okay. Give yourself grace. It's okay, Sarah. We'll see you in a second. Progress over perfection, beta now, better later, fast over fancy. You guys can trip and fall through this launch with me. I promise you, we're all going to do it. We're all going to do it over and over again. We're going to do it once every quarter as a collective. Okay. And it's going to get better and better every time, but I'm giving myself grace in this time. It's my first time too, doing it all together for myself. It's not going to be perfect. And I want you guys to be okay with that for you, but do your best for me. And I'm going to do my best for you. Can we make that promise right now? Hashtag promise. That's my promise to you. I'm going to do my best in beta. I'm going to do my best progress. I'm going to do my best fast. And then we'll do the better later. Okay. So I want you guys, for those of you guys who are in the product development side of this, who are you? Are you just getting started? Are you in progress, or have you done it, and is it finished? I want you guys to share what part of your journey that you're on in your VSL. So what has gotten you to this point? What have you curated to this point? And if you're just getting started with it, you know, Pierre, we talked about, like, you could teach people how to make soaps, right? But you haven't launched the business yet. So you could sell people how to sell the thing on how to make soap. But then your next launch could be how to make a soap website, right? And then your next launch is how to build a soap business. And it includes all the three things, and your price is increasing as you go. Those are things you can already make that you already do. People want to know how to make fucking soap. It's a pandemic. We're running out of soap. Like, what a great thing to know how to do. So you guys stop thinking you need to go get a PhD in how to be a badass to be able to make millions online. It's so simple. Like, sometimes people just want a training video on how to get their kid to brush their teeth. Okay. Like, you can sell that. I'm glad you got it, Pierre. So when we say progress and perfection, progress now, perfection later. All right. So even though you aren't in your fullest expression or your most beautiful thing, who are you? Where are you at? Are you just getting started? Are you in progress? And have you already finished it? Bonnie, Ness, Deborah, Christy, Judy, I want you guys to think about that as you're building, Alexandra, as you're building out these products for people, okay? So then focus on, who are you selling your business to? B2B business, oh no, B2C, sorry. So are you guys business to business? I want everyone to answer this if you're still on here. Business to customer or client, or business to government. Okay. What are you? I'm going to see in the chat. We'll see if you guys get it. Are you business to customer? So B2B or B2C, sorry, I keep getting that wrong. B2B or B2G. Yep. Look at the virtual assistants. They already know y'all are business to business. Correct. That is important to know. Some of you guys have business to customer. Pierre, you sell your holistic healing products. That's business to customer. Okay. You have B2G, where I'm going to be B2G here soon, collecting them government contracts. All right. So that's what I want you guys to be focusing on, identifying who you are, who your target audience is. And you may have products for all three. So I have a business to customer product. I have a business to business product, and I'm working on business to the government product. Okay. And good job, Diane. Good job. Okay, so how to get started. So the best part of your video sales letter next is you've identified, like, okay, we're going to do this. This is who it's for. Here's who it's not for. We're going to talk about, like, it's okay to not do it perfect right now. We're going to talk about this is, if this is for B2C, B2B, B2G, and then you got to go to this part. You need a strategy. So many people are out here flailing around. They don't have the ripple effect, honey. So they're paying Facebook ads and they don't know how to run a target audience. They're not Jermaine Taylor over here killing it with the ad market, right? So they're spending that $34,000 to get those targeted leads. God rest their wallets, okay? right? They don't have a ripple effect. So I want you guys to understand, before you get yourself into something, do I have a strategy for this? Okay. Do I have a strategy for this? Now, in your VSL, in your video sales letter, you need to be sharing, they need a strategy. A lot of times you can say, I bet you didn't. So if you know your target audience, you say, you probably messed up here because you've done your market research, right? So you know what what they're already doing. So you're like, let's use network marketing as a use case because we like to do that, right? But say if we're talking about network marketing, say you probably made your list of 100 people. You probably text all your friends and family and ask them to buy your product. You probably spammed everyone on your Facebook. Are you tired of sending hey girl messages? Are you tired of asking for random people to post status for you just to get in a giveaway? Like, you use those things that people are already doing that are failing. Okay. Pierre, did you buy that soap base from Hobby Lobby and overheat it and now your flower petals are brown? No, that's what people be doing though when they mess up on making soap. They just be doing stupid stuff, okay? So virtual assistants, you guys know people make mistakes all the time trying to start their VA business. You may have been dealing with those mistakes. So even writing down what you guys are struggling with now for your kingdom case study, right? This could be your come up season. I hope to God it is, right? I want that for you. But you write down the things that you were doing wrong before. And as you go through this process of learning this launch sequence, now you're learning what to do and you have a strategy. So write strategy in the chat for me, okay? So how to get started. The first part with the strategy is always giving them, for those of you guys who are writing digital products, it's always giving them a better first step than the one that they were doing before. How did I do that with the apprenticeship program? I started with business credit and community. Because instead of teaching you guys I could have taught you how to build a Shopify store and launch that shit in please excuse my language, in 15 seconds. We could have done that today. But I am irresponsible if I teach you how to do that right now without an audience to launch to. I want you to have a 6-figure launch. Yes, Pierre, I know, you know, because what is it like to have people, a website, a beautiful website at that, with gorgeous smelling products and no traffic on your website? It drives you crazy, doesn't it? It's like, why do I have this beautiful thing and no one wants to come sit at my table? Like, it don't make no sense. So who am I to teach you how to build out a whole entire website and spend money on infrastructure and marketing funnels and graphic design and every other thing? When first of all, y'all don't need to be buying inventory before you buy your business license. Okay, let me tell you some truth real quick. But also, yeah, Judy, that was you. Okay. We love you though. And I'm proud of you and your little pea strips. Okay. What kind of mentor am I if I'm sitting there teaching you how to build out a step that's 20 steps down the road? But if I teach you how to build a community, that community can make you income even before your business idea is fully developed. You want to call your community a prerequisite. Just like when you go to college, you don't know what you want to be when you start going to class. Some of you may be organized in your thoughts, but I was just floating around college like, I'm gonna just learn this right now and I'm gonna learn this right now, okay? I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up, let alone when I was 16. I was like 16, 17. I didn't know what I wanted to be. So think about, these are your prerequisites of the business. Everybody needs a structured business and a business license. Everybody needs business trade lines to start building their business credit. Okay. Everybody needs a community of people to sell to so they don't go through the hurt when your mama and your favorite cousin and your favorite auntie don't buy your products, because they was supposed to support your business because they was your ride or die for every ounce of your business up until that point. Okay. Right. That's what we all expect, is we're going to start our business and everybody's going to support us, and they don't. It's crickets. How many of y'all heard crickets when you launched your business? Type crickets in the chat. We don't like them crickets, right? But what if we just, like what we just talked about, a 5-figure launch? All we had to do was use the ripple effect one time. Use the ripple effect one time. Launch our group to 1,000 people, and we could have our first 10K launch with a low ticket product that took us 5 minutes to make. It doesn't take 5 minutes to design that stuff. My graphic designers on the chat know that, right? They be doing the hard work. We just be writing that stuff and they got to make it look pretty, right? But that's what I'm saying, y'all. Business seems so big until you're in it, until you've done it, until you failed at it, right, Jermaine? Until we failed and fell flat on our face, but now we got the sauce. Once you got the blueprint, the strategy, right, it's over, it's done with. So that's what I want you guys to be focusing on with your thing. What first step, how to get started, can you give people that instantly break off any of their previous programming? Okay, because sometimes you're gonna get people like I had Pierre, and I'll pick on my Pierre because I love him. But you guys, just so you know, the people at names I be calling, they're my family. We're on here picking our noses and FaceTiming like in the middle of the night, smoking blunts together. So like my students and me, we're tight. So that's why I pick on them. But like you have Pierre, who he's invested in programs before, where he expected certain results, and he didn't get those results. So he had wounds. He had a fear to try again. You're going to get people, clients, you're going to get people that you're servicing with your products. They're not going to believe that you're going to do what you need them to do. Okay. But if you give them such a solid first step in your freebie, in your program, in your mini course, they're going to stay with you because it's something they ain't never seen before. Deborah, that's why you're going to have breakthrough, because you have that intuitive wisdom. So I want you to focus on, okay, what is that first step to self-awareness that can cause that breakthrough for them? You know, Judy, and she keeps getting kicked out of here, or her daughter keeps taking her phone. I haven't figured out which one it is yet. But Judy with keto, like she's got a kit that makes those first steps of keto so easy. Those first step of keto so easy that people can actually get through the tough part. That's why people are going to be loyal to her and her product, and they're going to keep buying. Okay. So strategy, how are they taking that first step? And that first step breaks all the ice. Jermaine and his freaking trading machine, he got this thing. Y'all can learn about Forex later, but this man got this thing he built that's lethal. We're going to do a trading challenge going into fourth quarter. Lethal. You don't lose. People have been burned by the markets, the industry so many times. So they come and they use this tool. And what does that do? That creates a breakthrough. That creates long-term loyalty. Okay. Really quick, if you guys are from the Wealthy Women Enterprise Success Team, this is your first time with us, I want you to go to the Facebook group really quick, find the link to this call in that group, and I want you to comment on that so I know who was here with me tonight. Because as I do the applications, I want to correlate with you, because you guys will be the first preferences for those jobs. Okay. So if you're here tonight, please go comment on that status so I know who was here. And thank you so much for sticking through this. Okay. So today I'm sharing, and then on this webinar, on this video sales letter, or in this copy, you're going to be like, today I'm going to show you how to do this. And then that's what your framework is. Okay. So you guys need to figure out what it is your product framework, what you're delivering to them. Okay. And I'm going to show you what to avoid. Okay. And how to build a list. What does the ripple effect do? It shows you the framework of curating a community of happy buying people. Doesn't matter if you want to have happy buying people for you, or you want to let other people use those happy buying people. Some of you guys, okay, so let me go from the virtual assistant standpoint, because this is fun. I like having so many diverse people. My brain is completely stimulated, like perfectly. So the virtual assistants on here, say one of you guys got really creative and you created, you wanted to be a support virtual assistant for coaches, right? So you curated a group for coaches, right, on Facebook, where coaches could come and get questions answered. And you took data from the times that you worked with other coaches to help with breakthrough and information. And you did market research on coaches and what's working, what's not working. You actually coached the coaches, right? And then you allowed your clients to come sell their B2B coaching course for coaches in your coaching community. So not only do you have the income. Who loved that? I love that. I want to know who wants to do that, and we can do that today. Let's run it today, okay? But that way you can have your clients that you're serving, but you also have a perk that you can add. Okay, when you work with me and you let me help you build out your coaching program and we launch it together, I'm going to let you launch it to my community, right? And you just have to pay this little extra. And instead of paying for 150 leads, they're paying Facebook $1,500, right? They pay you whatever they want, whatever you want to charge for that. Who liked that? I liked that. I think that sounds good. Okay. So outside income for, like, think about how you can layer stuff like that. You know, Pierre, you build out a real estate community, and there's people that want, you know, like insurance agents and stuff like that. They want to sell to people like new home buyers. So you've got a mortgage company and you have a bunch of realtors in a community. Okay, now you've got new home buyers in that community, and you want people that are doing homeowners insurance in there. And you get a commission off the referral. Like, it's smart to stack your income that way. So let's go to, okay, so now we've got, this is what I'm sharing today. We did the framework, what to avoid, and how to build a list. That's what you want to talk about, what you're sharing, okay? Now tell me if this sounds like you. I don't know why I didn't type this one up. It's still in my notebook, but I'll type it up after we get off this, okay? So you want to do a explanation. So earlier we did the like, this thing of like what not to do, but now we want to tell me if this sounds like you. So this is like, you go through all the frustrations that you're dealing with or you dealt with until you got up to this point. So for me, it was like, oh my God, like I was in this community where I had 1,500 people in my town and I wanted to be a millionaire, and I was in a network marketing company. I had 5 people I could sell my product to, and I wasn't driving at the time. So what did I do? What did I do? Right? So tell me if this sounds like you. You don't have enough people to sell. You're tired of selling to friends and family. You're in a place and position to where you don't know how to, you've never had a sales meeting. You've never been, you don't know how to market. You don't know how to run ads, right? I didn't know how to run ads. I didn't know how to have fancy, like I couldn't have fancy meetings at a hotel. I lived in a trailer. Okay. I couldn't do all these methods that people are using to build their business, the same business as me. So what did I do? I invented the ripple effect, because all I had was my phone, a baby that was breastfeeding, and people that needed the product that I had. That's all. So I searched and I figured out how to define that target audience. I learned how to build a power question to curate a community of those people. Okay. I found a way to deliver those products. What I did was mini samples. So I got people on my product for 3 days. They were hooked. It was over for them. So I just was sending out those 3-day samples. I would give discounts all day long. I would give discounts to people with my credit. So I wouldn't use it for my own product. I would give discounts to people and I would make commissions. There was all these like things that I did. But even when I found the ripple effect, I didn't have to do that stuff anymore, because I unlocked the matrix to curate a space where people came to me and they wanted what I had to offer. I was done fishing for people and I became a huntress. And now there isn't a time when I can't fill out a deal, when I can't find clients for something. I became a huntress. I'm tired of fishing. Who's ready to hunt? I'm ready to hunt, right? So tell me if this sounds like you. You go through all the problems and then you talk about how you fix those problems and how this thing you're selling them is the solution to that problem. I use the imagine if, right? Imagine if. That's how I walk through all my things. So like I went, you know, from this, and now I'm here. That can be you too. Just follow this framework. Boop. Here we are. Okay, so here is what I needed. So here is what I did. And I talk about before, I just kind of went through my little sales pitch with you. I didn't realize that until after I got to the end of it. So like, here is what I needed and here is what I did. So when you're building out this project, you talk about like, you know, you were struggling, you know, Pierre, you may have been struggling with like where to find ingredients or things like that. Or Judy, that's a really great example. You know, you built your keto kit. So you got your P-test sticks, you got your measuring tape, you got your journal, everything else that's in there, the guidelines on how to get through keto flu, stuff like that, right? So here is what you needed that you couldn't find available to you. And so here's what you did about it. And you curated the keto kit, okay? Right? The keto kit, I like that. But before the success, you suffered with keto flu. You didn't know how to get a measuring tape. You didn't know what you had went through 5 different stores, right? You went through 5, you're lucky this is recorded. I'd be building out your whole marketing systems on these recordings.
My phone kept dying.
I know, you guys like, where'd she go? She keeps coming in and out, in and out, in and out. In and out, in and out. While we're off task, because everyone want to let me know, you guys getting value out of this training tonight? You getting value out of this? Drop value in the chat. Drop value in the chat. But this is what you needed before you started something, right? And then after you started it, here's what you did to fix that situation. You built the keto kit, right? And then before the success, you go through that journey and what it was like running around the stores trying to find the supplies. You were already embarrassed because you didn't know what, like, Like you didn't know what fast food stores you could go through that would make a keto burger and things like that. And so you just solve all these problems with your little freebie that you package together for $97 or what have you. And then you break down your timeline. So if you were going through the process of building out this product, what can they expect and how long can they expect it to take for them to figure out that income goal or figure out that result that they're trying to go after, okay? And you break down the timeline of how long it took you to do it. It probably took you a lot longer. Like for me, I just told you guys, I've been an entrepreneur for 7 years. I've been an entrepreneur for 7 years. I probably made well over $10 million in that time, but now I'm about to compress it down to a month. The power of my knowledge that I'm distributing, the power of the information you have is what? You're compressing timelines. You're compressing timelines. You're saving them hours of their life. That's what they're paying you for. You guys ever notice that the only correlation between money is time? Like that's literally like, that's the thing. So you make money when you save people time. Okay. And so I know that when you break down their timeline, show people it took me this long, but now I'm able to compress this timeline for you. And what happened? And then you talk about the next step. So what made you pivot? Write this down. Pierre, what made you pivot? Why did you decide to change your directory from the way you were doing things before to the way you're doing things now? What's curating your success? You know, Deborah, you had your breakthrough, yeah, and you're going through this process in this growth journey. So when did you realize that self-awareness was the key to opening those doors to your mentality, to opening the doors to your progress? And that was the seed starting point. Okay, so you want to talk about like what made you pivot? For me, when I knew that I had to pivot was when I lost my daughter. I was pregnant with my daughter and I was under stress and I miscarried my child as I was dealing with work stress. I was on the phone doing a 3-way call. Then I got hospitalized because I fainted and I lost my daughter. And I realized that I couldn't keep working my business the way that I was working my business because I was under so much stress that I went through that process. That was my pivotal moment. Okay. I had to find something that was going to move me forward, that was going to give me time to be healthy and take care of my child. And then I understood that because last year, when I got double pneumonia and I got bronchitis, that put me in the hospital for 2.5 months. And then after that, what happened was I contacted COVID. It damaged my bronchial tubes and it took me 2 months to get better because I was already sick. I was already so sick. But what I had learned from the previous situation is I had learned how to build income in a way that allowed me to make money and have a big enough savings that when I went through that process, because I didn't have medical insurance at the time, I was paying for my medical stays the whole time. Even though that happened to me, I was still able to rebuild my life and be with you guys here today because I had changed my systems. So what made you pivot? I didn't have time for X, Y, and Z anymore. I couldn't compromise my health. I couldn't take up so much time. My son was getting bigger. I'm not willing to do this anymore, right? So I wrote, I didn't have time for, and then X, Y, Z anymore. Figure out what those things are that you just don't have time for, or you don't want to put effort into, or you weren't willing to do anymore. You're just fed up with it. Something had to change, okay? You need freedom and flexibility. That's what attracts people to you. So if they want to learn a new skill set, you know, I don't know if you treat, thank you guys. Thank you for the love. Thank you so much for that. If you guys are teaching someone how to knit, they need freedom and flexibility, honey. They want to break. You know, any skill set that you're teaching people, it's about freedom and flexibility. It's about a better quality of life, a better quality of effort. So they know that they're putting in less effort, but creating more money, more of a result, right? Okay. So I believed I could find flexibility and freedom, and I made more so for me personally, like I showcased like, okay, so I was able to save time doing this. So if your goal, like with keto, you know, you were able to, yeah. So Pierre said, cancer caused me to pivot in myself 10 years ago. My grandma, let me open the chat really quick. And my grandma saved myself and her. So Pierre, for those of you guys who don't know Pierre yet, he's huge into holistic healing. And Pierre made a big life decision. I don't know if you want to come off mic and share, you can if you want, but he made a big life decision that allowed him to be super healthy. Sometimes we'll see his app, sometimes we won't. Super healthy, he's helped with a few of us that have fallen sick since we've been on this program journey together. This man is a healer now, but it took him becoming super ill. And it took him hitting that failure point. And for me personally, it took me failing. It took me losing everything. It took me to get to that place before I pivoted. So your solution that you're selling, it comes off of your experience. It comes off of the things that you're curating for yourself to make things easier for yourself. Pierre, I don't know if you want to share your story at all. You don't have to. But sometimes it's just nice to hear a human that's not talking about business stuff like me. So, okay. So for me personally, like my benefit of doing what I did with when I'm focusing on building out my product with the ripple effect is I work less than ever before, but my business grew bigger than ever before. So because of the systems and operations that I put in place, because of the automation, because of the support, because of the people I hired, okay, I worked less than ever before, but I'm making more than ever before. So you guys, however that correlates to your business, you want to put that in there. This is step 18. I work less than ever before, but my business grew more than ever before. My supply grew more than ever before because I use this product. Like Pierre's got this soap mixer that he ordered and designed, right? And you're selling your soap mixer to the soap makers. And because of the soap mixer, you work less because the soap mixer is doing the work, and your business grew more than ever because you're able to double your batches. So that's a way to kind of correlate a product-based business into that example. Okay. And then the next time I no longer swap my time for money. What did we just talk about like 5 minutes ago, right? I don't swap my time for money anymore. I paid, my money is to work. I bought this thing that's now working for me so I can go do other things. For me personally, it's like I'm swapping my money for money because I know how to make buy cash flowing assets, and those assets now curate money. My digital real estate course, I built the community one time, and now it self-perpetuates and makes me recurring passive income, right? That's what I want you guys to be focusing on. How does it benefit? Imagine making sales while getting sleep. Then you go through and show some reviews. So if you guys are needing reviews, go through that process. We're going long. Had a rough day, so I'm a bit sensitive to talk time. I love you, friend. Everybody send Pierre hearts in the chat. Send Pierre hearts in the chat. Let him know we love our Pierre. I'm gonna send some, I can't even know if I send hearts on my computer, but I'm gonna send one. Here we go. Send Pierre some hearts, you guys. We love our Pierre. He's the sweetest man alive. Thank you for sharing. And we have this thing where we just like to clear out energy. So if there's anything anybody needs to release, just let it out in the form of emojis in the chat. This is a lovey, happy, safe place. And look at all those hearts for you, Pierre, just dancing across the screen. You are loved, my brother. You are loved. So that is the first half of this training. I have another 3 pages, but I won't keep you guys all night long. This will be uploaded and recorded or put into both in all the things. We'll put this one up as a freebie. So this will be in the founders community, affiliates community, the success team community, and the apprentices program. I just want to say thank you guys for coming tonight. If you guys got value out of this, drop a 777 in the chat. This is just, I really want you guys focusing on, because once you have the offer, which we'll talk about, it's course product offer. Once you have your offer figured out, your product is something different than your offer. Okay. So once your offer is figured out with your video sales letter, with your copy, then you are able to go through the process of structuring your launch and your marketing, and you're not shooting in the dark. Pew, pew, pew. We don't want to shoot in the dark. We want to slice some sales, right? So we are growing our groups to how many members? Type in the chat. How many members are we growing our group to? How many members? Type in the chat. Type in the chat. Type in the chat. Type in the chat. I'm gonna go crazy. How many members are we growing our group to? Not mine. Your guys's. Donnie says 5,000. Let's go. Keisha got it. 130. Okay. 10K. Judy Pierre going to 10K. Okay. 10K. Okay. Hazel said 10K. Oh, we got some overachievers in here. You know what? I'm going to save these comments. I'm coming for your butts. Okay. So we're going to do it. Let's do it. Well, okay. Okay, Rowena. Okay, Luella. Okay. Y'all, I see you. Princess understands the assignment. She said 1,000. Troy going 10,000. Okay. Okay, big sis. Let's go. 10,000. Okay. See, y'all trying to have $100,000 months. Jermaine, do you see these? You see these people? So Rolinda said, Rona Linda. I love that. Okay. We got some winners on this call. Okay. Whatever you get to, by the way, you are a winner because you're doing something new. But your community, so if, yeah, I love it. I love it. So each personal community for the apprentices, your goal is 1,000 people. Okay, 1,000 people is your goal. We're trying to have 100K months. Yes, you're trying to have 100K months. So 1,000 people in your group. Okay. All you need is 103 people to buy a $97 product. That's it. And you're a 5-figure earner. That's it. It's not that hard, I promise. Okay. With our big group, I know that it's like, wow, this girl just wants to put all these people, 10,000 people per state in a group. But let me tell you something. America's hurting right now. America is hurting right now, and we get to be a beacon of hope because we're a resource. And I can't be a resource for the whole world, but because of the ripple effect, if I can make a drop in the water and each one of you continues to be my rings and you help me curate these spaces, we can shift this world right now. Entrepreneurs are the ones that make the moves. Entrepreneurs are the ones that create the future. I want this organization to be the one that captures the wealth transfer so that the people that are trying to play chess with our health, trying to play chess with our wealth, trying to play chess with our resources and our access and our availability and our freedoms, they won't be able to get away with it. I'm optimistic, and I believe in our wealthy women and Pierre and Jermaine and Mark, JP Monroe, right? I believe in us, and we're going to do this, and it's going to be crazy, and we're going to document it. It's going to be a TV show. Okay. Y'all going to be in the credits. Y'all be in the credits. But for the collective, you know, the apprentices, you guys focus. Troy, and I love that you had your breakthrough this week. I love that. I love that. But understand, like, it's as simple as 1,000 people. Keisha knows she just did 3 days, 3 days worth. Who was calling me? I don't remember who this is. She just did 3 days worth, 500 leads. So it's so easy. I believe in us. So we're gonna do this second half on Friday. Watch the replay of this and just really focus on getting your content out. What I started to do is I got some note cards, and this is going to be a fun exercise. I don't know if you guys want to start doing this. But for me personally, I was like, I need to figure out, Jermaine talks about his buckets and, like, you know, if he wants to create and make music 1 second, he's going to make the song, he's going to record it, put that under his art, right? And then if he wants to sit there and build a course for the next 30 minutes and he's going on this journey with all this information, cool. He'll go on that journey with that information, put it in on his like brain dump, and then put that in his bucket. And then pretty soon, this is why ADHD is good in business, right? His businesses, he can serve all of them and be full-blown ADHD and have a happy day all day long and do what he wants because he's an entrepreneur, right? That's the power of us doing what we want to do. But you just put it in your bucket. So for me personally, for those of you guys who may, you may know like you may know your story. So you can write your story on one of your cards. And then you may know your why. You may know part of your system, but not the whole system yet. It hasn't come to you. Just put them on separate note cards, okay? And then you can move them around. This is what I've been doing to help myself. You can move them around to kind of structure out what goes where and how it goes. So I want to suggest you guys get yourself some notebooks, like 97 cents at Walmart for you to get your, you know, a pack going. And I've been using these to help myself get my creative process out because it's been really hard to be clear in like how I'm doing stuff. And getting that copy written. So, you know, we've gone over defining your point of attraction, figuring out what the benefits are, psychographics, geological location, behavior analysis, demographics. We talked about the personality types. For those of you guys who are coming into the success team, I'm going to drop a link in the chat really quick. I want you guys to take this personality test, screenshot it. Everyone take this personality test. I'm about to drop the link. Okay. And screenshot it and post it in the success team group so we can save that information. What this allows me to do is it allows me to know how to work with you because I am an amazing emotional intelligence person. I'm very abrasive. I'm a direct communicator. I have autism. For those of you guys who don't know, I'm autistic. I know, woo, surprise. But I don't filter information the way that other people do. A lot of people are sensitive. They feel a lot of emotion when I communicate. I mean exactly what I'm saying. And sometimes that can be taken wrong. So with me knowing essentially how your personality receives information through this bank code, which I just dropped in the chat, that allows me to know how to communicate with you. Do you need nurturing? Do you need knowledge and information and direct communication first? Are you a blueprint type personality? Do I need to show you how it works? Are you a action type personality? You want to just get straight to the money? She says she can't see the link. I'll post it in the chat or the thing as well. Oh, okay. I see what I did. I posted it to the waiting room. I didn't know you could DM to the waiting room. Everyone in meeting. Okay, there we go. Hold on. I got it, guys. Thank you for telling me. .com. Can you guys see it now? Yay! Okay, I did it. Woohoo! Thanks, Diane. Okay. So, yep, that's where I'm at with all of that. How does everybody feel? Just staring at 11:11 your time. I love that. Oh, it's my time too. 11:11 my time too. Grace, thank you for being here with us. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Jermaine, I don't know if you're feeling like coming off the mic and saying anything. No pressure, my friend. I know you're the king of copy, so I would hate to.
What up, bro?
Hey.
Yeah, she just brought me out. King of copy. Sorry, I just missed that last part.
Yeah, I was just sharing with them, dialing in that video sales letter or that sales letter, and essentially being able to focus on how they're going to distribute their marketing once they've got their offer written up. And it also helps them, to attract the people that they want to attract, to see what they need before they fully build out their product. So I was talking about the importance of copy, and I figured I'd see if there's anything that you wanted to add on that topic before we, yeah.
So copy, when it comes to copy, I think we should talk about the point of interest thing, like just the importance of just teaching people how to be themselves. Like, remember we had that discussion that one day that, when people have that point that they're able to resonate with you, your copy is literally designed to, what is that bar about their love strings, their heartstrings? What's that quote that you always say where you're singing their favorite note? So every word of your copy that you write, it should resonate with your audience, right? It should resonate so deep with your audience that basically it feels like you're talking just to them. And let me tell you a little cheat code. Go ahead and type in the number one if y'all want a little cheat code real quick. I'm gonna give y'all a little cheat code of actually doing that, right? The best thing you can do, let's see. We got one. Oh, y'all ain't hungry. Okay, Megan hungry. Okay, the support coming to Jishi. I see Ness. I see Michelle. I see. All right, cool. So what you want to do is you want to write the copy as if you're talking to yourself. Like, seriously, when you write like Megan, at least one time, I know you've written some things to yourself and it just happened to resonate with everybody. Why do you think everyone here is so similar? All 61 of y'all are here because the copy was designed for those with similar stories. So I want you guys to know, like, a lot of people, like, they do the business stuff and they feel like they have to put on like a multiple business personality. You don't need to do all that. Right. The cheat code is just simply asking people where they're at in life, where they want to be. And when you write your copy, you want to write it as if you're the guide. I'm going to teach you guys a new word. It's called preeminence.
Preeminence.
Preeminence. That means that you're their trusted advisor. It means that they entrusted their life to you in a sense, and you're a good custodian. You're going to take care of them. And once you have that attitude, that art of giving back, it'll always come back to you. So no matter what you can speak in copy, and what the word copy means is it's just a fancy word for words that resonate with others, words that resonate with your target market. So speak as if you're really about to get the people the desired outcome, and you will.
That just hit me so hard. Copy, it's literally a copy of them, like it's your mirror writing, because you're literally calling them. And that's crazy. That's like double meaning, copy. Sorry, go ahead, Jermaine.
You're good. But yeah, guys, it's all about resonance. A lot of the times I'm going to give you guys a goofy little secret, which I'm sure you pretty much picked up right now. When I stopped being all quote unquote businessy and just started enjoying life got a lot of fun. I mean, you can really be yourself like all day and get paid for it. You can have fun with words on the internet. You can reinvent yourself as many times as you need to. But the biggest thing is resonance. Like, I remember So for example, like let's talk about some good examples of how to actually reach people on the internet, especially with copy and stuff. The best way is story, right? A lot of people are wondering like, what's the miracle magic formula? Well, it's A, knowing your audience, where they are, where they want to be, but it's also telling a story. Bring, you know, who's seen, go ahead and type in the number 3 if you've ever seen a movie that was just like so good that you just had to tell a friend, or you was just like, okay, that was really cool, right? So I'm going to tell you guys what they did. They brought you through the hero's journey. Now, when it comes to copy and writing and on the internet, the hero is always your customer. So the journey you want to bring them through is, it's a pretty much simple story. It was the same in Star Wars. It was the same in Land Before Time. It was the same in The Matrix. It was the same in every movie. It's basically, there is a hero who sets out on a journey that has a problem. Once they have a problem, they run into the guide. The guide gives them a plan. And then once they see the plan, they got a decision to make. If they follow the plan, they'll be closer to success. If they don't follow the plan, they'll be closer to failure. And that's like the literal story of everything. I'm talking about Black Panther, Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility. Think about it, right? Anyone who's seen Spider-Man knows he started off getting picked up in high school, and then he became a superhero after he basically had a problem. He had an inner conflict, which is usually what it is. And this is actually good for sales. Usually when somebody's trying to buy something, guys, it's because they have an inner conflict that they're trying to resolve. And then they have an outer circumstance too that they're also trying to resolve. And if you find what people's inner motivator is, not to manipulate them, that's not how you do it, because that's not cool. What you do is you commit to their commitments, and then you hold them accountable. So now you don't have to have a fake personality. You don't have to be something that you're not. All you need to do is care about what they care about. It's that simple. And how do you do that? You remember a time when you had something you cared about. And that's the secret to copy. It's about being human. It's not about fancy words. It's not about sales. It's about actually empathy. So that's just basically my little piece on copy.
That's the facts. I literally thought I was I thought I was muted, but that is the facts, you guys. That's literally the facts. And I always say this, and I want you to write this little formula down, and then we're going to close out. And I want to say thank you for everybody for being here tonight. We had a good little launch breakdown, good little explanation of what it is. Stay until I finish this. Don't you be leaving. I don't want to see those numbers drops. I hate that. But I want to share this with you. This is the formula for influence. And so whether you're here, every single one of you is technically a business owner. Every single one of you on here is technically a business owner. So type I am a business owner in the chat right now. Every single one of you. I am a business owner. Own that. Okay. But what I want you to understand is this is the formula for influence. Are you ready for this? Okay. Truth creates conviction. Truth creates conviction. Okay. Which causes revelation, which curates change. Truth creates conviction, which causes revelation, which curates change. And I said this at the last of our meeting last week, but you can't change anybody's mind. So if you think that you're selling someone a package, if you think you're selling someone a project, meaning you're forcing them to make that decision, you're not. You're influencing a decision that they are making on their own. And so when you understand the formula, yes, good job, Keisha. Yes, 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 good job, Diane. When you understand that your seeds of truth, which is your copy, that heart resonance, it's scientifically proven that you have heartstrings in your body, in your heart, that when someone tells you the truth, that heart goes, oh, they feel it, right? So I've learned to leverage planting seeds of truth that creates conviction, meaning they feel it and they're like, oh, I'm ready for a change. How many of y'all are ready for a change tonight after this call? I'm ready for a change after this call. I inspire myself. Jermaine inspired me. Y'all showing up inspired me, right? Okay. It causes conviction. A conviction is something you can't ignore. Once it's there, you're changing. That conviction causes revelation. It's an idea of a world that's bigger than what you thought it could be. Do you now believe that you know how to have a 10K month after this call? I know that it sounds easier, and it's easier than I ever thought it would be after this night. 10K month. because of that revelation of expansion and awareness, right? And that is curating a change in behavior. That is the formula of influence. So I want you guys to lock on to 2 things tonight if you take anything away from this, okay? Actually, 3 things. First thing, success is a numbers game. Write that in the chat. Success is a numbers game. Success is a numbers game. All right? If you can lock down your copy, and you can unlock the formula of influence, lock down your copy and unlock the formula of influence, you will never be without income. Okay? How's that sound? I think it sounds pretty good.
If you feel like you're lacking confidence, I heard this quote one time and it said, make up for in numbers what you lack in skill. In other words, you know, some people may talk to 2 people and get 2. You have to be willing to talk to 10 people to get 1, you know, and it's a ratio game too. If you like whatever your activities are, right? If you number your activities, now you can measure your productivity by the amount of numbers that you have. For example, you know, when you go to the gym, if you do like bicep curls, you do reps. So if you do bench presses, you do reps. So do reps of posts, do reps of conversations, do reps of maybe the amount of times that you related to somebody in a conversation. Like use the numbers and the math to your favor. Yep. And when it comes to, you know, just copywriting and actually using the formula of influence, another like really big secret to influence besides resonance is, like I said, telling your personal story. A lot of you guys should get vulnerable, and in fact you should really reflect on your personal story. Talk about, you know, why you're doing certain things. And when people feel your conviction, really the person who's the most convicted wins. That's actually how that works, right? If they're uncertain about a result that you can get them, or you know that this organization can get them, but you're certain because you've been on the inside. By the way, you're doing them a favor. They need you a whole lot more than actually you need them. You're the sauce. You're the secret. You know, you may be saying like, how am I the secret? Because you know something that they don't. You have an advantage. You're doing them a favor, and that goes back to preeminence, right? You have to, unless it sounds crazy, but you have to get fanatic, right? You have to get obsessed about helping them hit their desired outcome. And once you're able to do that from a genuine place, you'll find that like quote unquote sales are like water. You know, I literally mess with everybody. I treat them like a whole brother and sister, and it throws everybody off because they're expecting Mr. Button Up. But that life isn't, nobody likes that. Like nobody likes that. Be you to the max. All the interesting things about you, that's what you want to accentuate. Make your customer feel good. Give them a great experience. It's actually more about giving them a good experience than being right. They just have to like you a little bit and trust you a little bit. That's it. And talk about them. You don't have to make it about you. You don't have to be a great person. The only thing you have to know is that thing that's important to them. Dig for it, but don't push for it. Let them open up. Let them, you know, people love talking about themselves. Let them tell you the information that you need to, you know, assist you with the close. And, you know, one of my favorite closing lines is just, when can I expect you? It's, you know, every deal that I ask, and it's not to manipulate anybody, it's just like, okay, if you're serious, when's the next appointment? When can I expect you? Assume the sale. Because the thing is, they're coming to, especially if you're using the ripple effect, they're already serious. They already know what's up. They already know what the product is. They already know what to expect. They already know the direction that they want to go in. And you're just basically showing up with a little bit of extra love and a kick. Like, how are you, how serious are you committed? And usually when I'm running paid ads, writing copy on a sales call, I make sure that I run through 3 phases. You guys are going to want to go ahead and type in the number 3 if you want to know the 3 phases. These 3 phases have made me a lot of money. I ain't going to lie to you. Okay. I'm about to give you guys something crazy. All right. These 3 phases, right? A lot of people, they're awkward in their business. They don't know how to market, promote. They're like, I don't know where to start. I'm going to give you guys these 3 phases. If you just take care of these 3 phases, I guarantee you're going to make a sale. I'm going to show you the easy way. All right. These are the cheat codes. So phase number 1 is the connect phase. Doesn't matter what you're doing in business, ads, conversations, posts, inbox, Facebook inbox, your spouse, your kids, your next phone call, connect. Don't forget to connect. How do you connect? Well, pattern recognition. Like when somebody knows about something and then they know that you know about it too, that's a connection. Like, for example, if you play music and someone else plays music, or you watch a TV show and they watch a TV show, so you want to listen for things that you can relate to them, because what's going to happen is they're going to say something in their minds like, wow, this person is just like me. And I learned this a long time ago. People like people who like them and are like them. I'm going to say it again. People like people who like them and are like them. So don't be interesting, be interested. Be interested in them. So the first thing you want to do is you want to connect, right? Y'all like that one? Go ahead and type in the number 1 if you like the first one. But it's very important because you don't connect, the quote unquote sale feels awkward. If ever you're in a situation where you're just like, okay, this is a disaster, it's because you forgot to connect. Right?
That's so good. So
Right?
good.
Juicy. Right? So the thing is, once you guys connect, then the next natural phase opens up, the commitment phase. I love that phase. This is the phase where you really make the sale before the sale happens. And let me tell you how. You just ask a simple question. So seriously, like, how serious are you about this? How serious are you about, let's just say you happen to find out they're trying to spend more time with their kids' baseball game, more time with their kids' baseball game, but every week they can't because of the 9 to 5. And that happened to be their thing, or because of the job, or if they're a business owner, or they just want to take more hours off of their business so they can spend time with their family. So you say, how committed are you to that outcome? And 2 things happen. Most people don't challenge people. Most people, they live like like gazelles dancing around the jungle of their ambitions. I usually go straight for the kill. Like, how serious are you? Cut straight to the intention. Now, what that does is it forces them to answer the question like, well, how serious am I? Am I even serious? And then they don't want to look bad in front of you. So, I mean, I don't think people lie, but I can't imagine someone saying, nah, dude, I'm not serious at all. Like, like, I'm a whole waste of time. Don't even pay attention to me. That never happens, right?
Yep.
So, so after you basically, you connect, you want them to commit. Like, how serious are you? So once they tell you, well, I'm this committed. Why are you this committed? Well, because the minute because that's when the sale is made, right? So that's step number 2. Now, step number 3 is my favorite phase. And I already told you what that phase is. It's when can I expect you? When are you going to get started? So the first C is connect. The second C is commit. The third C is commence. Commence is like a fancy word for when do we begin? Or even collaborate. You want to make them feel like, you can use commence or collaborate interchangeably. You want to make them feel like they're not in it alone. Because that is the scariest thing. When you're on the internet, you're talking to strangers and it's going to work, but you have butterflies, but you're still not sure. And then maybe you have to understand some people have made bad investments before. Some people have had things go wrong. Some people have even had just their families not be the most supportive. And it's just like and so this is actually one of my favorite phases too, because this is where you really get to encourage them. Like, look, I believe in you. You can do this. This is where you get to really shine your certainty. And that's actually, they're like, wait, you believe in me? And then the thing is, you're like, yeah, because you know what you have works. Your conviction doesn't have to come from, let's say, your personal level of expertise. It's just the fact that you know an expert, or the fact that you know that they're going to get closer to a desired outcome. So connect, commit, and I don't like the word close. Some people say, I'm about to close a sale. I try not to say that because I don't treat people like, I don't know, what do you close? What are things you close? Doors? Like, the people are not doors. I like to open people up, not close them. I open them up to the possibilities.
Come on.
Right? And like, Jermaine, how do you do that? You just say, well, you know how most people say, what if it doesn't work? Well, what if it does? And what if you can actually have and what if this was the time that you took the leap and it actually landed? And it's just like, holy smokes. Well, when you put it that way, because everyone is secretly looking to discover their greatness, looking to discover their bravery, looking to get to the next level. And then a lot of the times in that commence phase, I'll ask people questions like, if this only got this result, and I'm talking about something like minimum, like a marginal improvement. Remember how Megan was saying, basically, you want to start them off from a step that's better than the previous steps that they've taken. What if this only got you just a little bit closer? Would it be worth it? Most people will say yeah, because even slow progress is better than no progress. Connect, commit. Y'all are gonna be beasts. Oh my goodness, I'm excited. Y'all thought this was a joke, huh? Nope. This is the real deal, guys. Yes, we're kind of making light of it. It is a serious task, though. You guys are gonna crush it, but I want you to go in with confidence, knowing that we are fiercely in your corner. And everything she snapped because that's where
That's
Ashley.
my thing.
Yeah, man, that's her theme song. And we are fiercely. Isn't that like so Megan? We are fiercely in your corner. You guys are gonna crush it. But just remember, right? It's a process, right?
We actually have the motor.
Y'all come get your nephew.
No.
It's a process. You don't have to rush it, right? Take it a step at a time. Go through the numbers, believe in yourself. But more importantly than all of that, just know that it's okay to have experiences. It's okay to not do things quote unquote perfectly. You can't mess up. Let's just talk a little bit about that. A lot of people have a fear of failure. Go ahead and type in the number 2 if you have honest butterflies. You're like, I know I can do this, but oh my goodness. All right. Some of you have butter only. Wow, y'all are a brave bunch. Hold on. Wait a minute. Who's in here fibbing? Okay then. Even some of the greatest performers sometimes feel butterflies. So it's totally normal. It's not a bad thing. So how you overcome that is you put all of your attention on your customer. It's not about you. It's not about how great you sound. It's not about how much you know. And doesn't knowing that like take the pressure off you? Your job is to do one thing: find out where they are, like a GPS, and then show them that you have a way for them to get to where they want to be. I put all of my attention, all of my focus on that. None of the focus is on me. I mean, even with products and services, my personal style has never even to talk. That's most people's natural instinct, and this is so great. And they don't care about that. I mean, they do, but they don't. They really care. How certain can you make them feel? Get them closer to their goal. And I'm gonna give you guys some more cheat codes. Go ahead and type in the number 1 if you want some more cheat codes, but it's the last cheat code. I'm telling you guys, everybody thinks that they're quote unquote selling. Let me tell you what people really want, right? They're not buying that dress, they're not buying that shirt, they're not buying that jacket. What they're really buying is confidence, right? These are the things that people actually buy, right? They really want love, confidence, and peace of mind, and happiness and growth, right? I'm gonna say those 5 things again. So love, confidence, peace of mind, happiness, and growth. And how do you do that, right? Like, how do you sell love, confidence, peace of mind? Like, what you have to do is when you're talking to them, you make them feel more confident. You make them feel more empowered. You make them feel more loved. You make them feel more important. That's what they're buying. Think of how proud your family is going to be. That's what they're buying. Think of how confident you're going to feel when. That's when they're buying. Think of how happy you're going to be when that weight is finally off your shoulder. Because here's the reality. Most people, it's like they feel like they're in a place trying to get to another place to feel a certain kind of way.
Yep.
When this is the reality, the emotion is actually inside of them. Maybe they don't know how to, change their state and experience that state of victory or abundance. But if you can give them that state of whatever they're trying to feel, happiness, confidence, peace of mind, love, growth, if you can give them a taste of that before the actual transformation, what's going to happen is they're going to pull the trigger. Right. And these are states that, and again, use this stuff I'm all right. So I'm assuming everybody here is a good person, right? Look, we're not, this isn't supposed to be used to manipulate people. That's kind of why I don't share this kind of stuff, this level of stuff usually. But here's the thing, right? If you're able to, and you only do this when you're certain. So the first sale you have to sell is actually yourself. Otherwise, it's going to be a mess. They're going to feel something's off. Most people can feel when they feel like someone's BSing them. So that's not where you're coming from, right? You're not gassing people up. It's more like you're removing the debris of doubt, right? You're removing the debris of doubt from like maybe they feel like they're not going to get the outcome, or maybe they feel like they're not as confident, or maybe they want a little bit of information. Then put your customers, be patient, play. You know, true story, I was on a sales call today. It was a funny call. I knew the guy just wanted to tell stories. I listened to his stories, I laughed, I related. Don't forget to be a human being, but don't forget to connect, right? And then once you're connected, all you need to do is find out how committed they are. Let them sell you on how committed they are. And then once they're committed, go ahead and give them that idea, that feeling of collaboration, that feeling of we. Give them that feeling of let's commence, let's do this together. Oh, okay. You say you're serious. And this is even a line that I use sometimes when I do feel like a salesman. I'll say, if I actually believe them, I'll say, I believe you. And just to hold you accountable, you know, when would you like to get started? When can I expect you? When can we work together? And it's like the most natural, smooth close in the world. Go ahead and, like, you know, I mean, type in the number one if that was helpful. Cause I know at the beginning, not only did my sales suck, but I don't like convincing people of anything. It's the most uncomfortable thing. But when you just connect and you just see if they're committed, you just check in like, hey man, how serious are you? And when would you like to get started? I'm telling you, it sounds so simple. Like there's no way that works. And I'm telling you, Megan basically watched me run organizations, and I only asked two questions: where are you at in life? Where do you want to be? And that whole process, it was connect, commit, and when we're getting started.
Yep.
And then it's like, and if let's just say you feel like there's a little objection, like they're not budging. Okay, so then the next question is, what usually closes people is insanity, right? When people feel like um all right, so when people realize, there's a moment where you show them that if they keep doing the same thing over and over, they're gonna keep repeating the same result. And it's an easy close because you're saying, look, I know this for certain. If you, why are you laughing? Hold on, what's the joke? I want to know.
Y'all don't understand. So me and Jermaine, we veterans at this, but we also been running these plays together for a long time. So there was one time where we launched an organization, and it was literally, I was so confident in what we were doing, which we ran up a bag, but I was so confident in what we were doing. We used this, what he's talking about right now, and we literally said, what do you have that you're doing tonight at 8 o'clock that's gonna make you $10,000 in the next 30 days? If you got something better, I'll be on that call. Like it was literally like what it was literally like what are you gonna do? What are the consequences of you staying where you're at? And if you have something better to solve your problem right now, then show me what it is. But if not, come on over. And like we ran that play, so I just was laughing because like literally I told y'all about aces and jokers earlier. Like we really got that. So Jermaine, go on. But I just died because I remember that play. It was insane. We had a group of over 500 people on a launch in like 3 days. We got some stuff done.
Forgot what I was gonna say. I was over there getting riches, but
You was talking about you were talking about the essentially like the objections that when people come and they're in the state of insanity because they really are like repeating the same cycles, expecting different results. So you go through that process with them.
right. So all you got to do to really, so when someone's like that stubborn sale, they're just resisting you. What you do is you say, look, if you don't do anything different, your situation's gonna stay the same. And it's like the total truth. So it works in every scenario. People really do personalize that and internalize that because it's the truth. And that's all you really need to do. Remember, the truth resonates. Like you don't have to lie, you don't have to embellish. Like that's never been my style. I always feel like those people who can't really quote unquote sell without embellishing things, it's just like, Why? You don't need to do all that. Be a human being. You don't like being lied to. Don't lie. Be truthful. Be honest. If you have a personality, be fun. If you feel like you're like paint on a wall boring, then play to that, right? Have dry humor. And here's what dry humor is. It's like it's not like you're self-deprecating, but you don't try to be professional, right? It means you're cutthroat, you're to the point. Just be you to the max. And you'll find that when you're able to be yourself, your customers a lot of the times they'll be able to relax because they're like, you ever been on the phone when someone calls you and you're like, okay, what are you trying to sell me? Right? That's how you don't want them to feel.
Yep.
Remember, it's all about the experience. So give them a good experience and have fun yourself. And more than likely, if you're having fun, they're gonna have fun. Like who can tell we're up here like really having fun, really delivering value, but actually having fun. Right? This is like playtime, but in real life, you know?
Yep.
That's all you need to do. Just be a human being. Don't forget to connect. Don't forget to commit. And then ask them, hey, when are you serious about getting started? When can I expect you? And it's crazy. They will like they'll pause and they'll give you a date. And there's an amazing thing called, I think it's called commitment to consistency. So when people say something, they have to stick to their story more or less. And so if they say, I'll see you next week, I'll see you today. Oh, I'll give you guys one more. Is there anything stopping you from getting started today? I love that one too. Is there anything stopping you from getting started right now? Some people, they're going to look at their excuses. They're going to think about what's stopping them and then they're not going to say it because it's, I mean, who wants to admit defeat? Nobody. Right? And these are some honest to God, like everything I just told you guys is like my whole sales like magic. And the funny thing is, I don't mind telling people sometimes because most people won't do it. I do believe you guys will. It's so simple. Where are you at in life? Where do you want to be? Connect. How serious are you about this? Commit. When can I expect you? What they call the close or what we call commencing or collaborating. Is there anything stopping you from getting started today? Well, I'm not sure about that. Well, there is one thing I am sure about. If you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over, you're going to keep getting the same result. You do want a different result, don't you? Okay, then. It's simple.
If y'all don't make 10K this month, I don't even know. I'm gonna have to send you back to somewhere to come back and try again because I cannot like literally this meeting. How long have we been on here, y'all? I'm about to go manic as heck. I don't even know where we can see the time. We've been on here for probably 2 hours. We started at 9:30. Okay, we've been on here 2 hours and 15 minutes. You guys know everything you need to know about launching the heck out of your business, building the framework of the product, building your community about that thing, how to build out the lead generation for that community, and now how to close the deals. What are you missing? Is there anything you're missing? Because I feel well fed today. This was so satisfying. This was so satisfying. Go ahead, Jermaine. I'm sorry, I got excited.
No, you're good. Go ahead and drop a B for blueprint if you're confident, right? And feel free to ask questions, you know, just about sales. Like I know somebody has a what if scenario somewhere, but honestly, I'm telling you, trust the process. It always works. I mean, we've only had like a whole decade to, you know, practice and
Straight
do it
up.
for you and bump our heads so you didn't have to. But it really is that simple, guys. Be a good person. I should have said that first. Be a great person. Be the version of you that, oh, I got it. Be a superhero, right? Save the literal day. Save the day. Be their superhero. Find that part of you inside yourself and get lost in service to others. It's super fun. At first, it's like, oh my goodness, and then go with the flow. And the flow will carry you to like the expert within that you never knew was there. You're like, wait, did I just channel my inner Monroe? Hold on a second. I didn't know that was there. See, that seed got planted inside of you on that webinar and you never knew. It snuck up on you. And it snuck up on the customer too. A lot of the times, have you guys ever seen like a situation when somebody is just completely not prepared and then all of a sudden it's like they pull magic out of thin air? Well, yeah, that brilliance is how we're usually supposed to operate. Most people, it's not that it's even turned off. It's just they pretend it's not there because they were taught, who do you think you are? Can you do this? You can't do this. You're not serious. And maybe sometimes we're even our own worst critics, right? Maybe sometimes we need to look inside of ourselves, tell that little voice, be quiet. I understand you're trying to keep me safe, but not right now. I'm on my mission. I'll talk to you in like a month from now when I accomplish these goals.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's how you talk to your inner critic. You can't be mean to your inner critic because it's still you. You have to acknowledge the fear,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't submit to it, right? It doesn't. I'll say it like this. A lot of people don't realize.
Pierre. The one thing Pierre gonna do on every meeting that we ever have until the day we die is be on mute or off mute and make some noise. Good night, Deborah.
Great stuff.
We love you, Queen.
Most people, right? They don't realize that you're supposed to feel the fear, right? If there is no fear, there's no courage. There's no need to be courageous if bravery wasn't required. So feel the fear and do it anyway. Move slow. Don't rush through it. Slow down. Give yourself time to think. But I already know you guys are gonna do very, very well. I mean, you're very well fed. This has been a very invent. I mean, I've been on paid masterminds that weren't even as good as this. Like you guys really do have, like a lot of people beat around the bush and never just give you the sauce. Like you guys have everything. Now the question is, what are you gonna do with it? Right? Are you gonna make a commitment? Are you going to leave a mark in history? I love using the movie analogy, right? So imagine your life was a movie up until this point. You're the main character. And we know the terrible scene just happened. And we know the drama just happened. And we know that this is the part right before the superhero gets lit and kick the villain's butt, right? So my whole thing is, how is your movie gonna go? Is it gonna be all boring like, and we were ready to backflip and womp, we dropped the ball? Nah, it's gonna go more like, and we were ready for the backflip. And as the crowd sat there in suspense, you bent your knees and you jumped with all your might and you did a triple somersault and landed it with perfect form. And the crowd goes wild. Like you have to really hype yourself up and just know that it's going to be okay. How do you know it's going to be okay? What if I quote unquote fail? Fail doesn't exist. Because what's going to happen is you're going to learn from the experience and you're going to make adjustments. So maybe that first call doesn't go as planned, and guess what? It's okay because you're going to learn from the first call and use the ammo from the first call to assist you in your second call. When you succeed in the second call, that first call wasn't a failure, it was feedback. So that's how you like hack your brain. Like you can't fail, you only learn. And the only reason why people fail is they learn and don't adjust, right? So you have to not just acknowledge what you could do better and learn from everything. And the only way to even learn from everything is track everything, record yourself, watch your own performance, keep notes, write journals, really dig deep into what's going on, keep a great record. And then you're able to adjust and use everything as ammo, every experience. Look, if you say something and the customer responds well, guess what? Say it again. Say it again. Why? I mean, if it worked the first time, why would you fly by it? Say it again. And you're like, that's cheating. Exactly. They told you in school, don't do that. No, look, here's the thing, right? Successful people copy successful people, right? And I also heard good artists copying great artists steal. I'm not telling you to be a thief, but what I am saying is it's okay. You heard Megan say something, you can say it. Some of you guys are too.
It's called the ripple effect.
Yeah.
It's called, I want you to take, Jermaine taught me this. We teach each other a lot. But he said, me plus you, that's a superhuman, right? I can never be more than me, but you can always be me plus you. You guys are my legacy. And if you get Jermaine and then Lena comes in here and Hermione comes in here and we get Prophet Joseph in here, we got all the teachers that I correlate and work with. That's y'all being a superhuman. It's called the ripple effect. So copy what wealthy people do. And Jermaine, and what happens? In due time, you will be wealthy.
Who feels like extra confident? Go ahead and drop a cool C. I know we've been typing like long words all night. So drop a cool C if you feel like, okay, I actually do got this. Like I wasn't expecting this much level of sauce to be on this call. I want to see who's confident, right? Yeah, simple enough. I'm gonna drop a C too, because clearly we are confident,
That was good.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I'm excited because this is a public training. too. Like I'm gonna go post this in all the public groups and stuff. And this is to give the people who are part of our success team that are coming in, this is their first intro to our organization. This is our kickoff call. You guys, I'm about to be a DECA millionaire. So that's what's coming on for me this month. I'm ready for it. I'm excited for it. This has been in the making, but I want you guys one more time to decree and declare your goals for this month, your financial goals for this month. There's nothing you can't reach, right? We just taught you, even if you're working with us and you're using this launch as a training, and then maybe you leave me at the end of the month and go be a billionaire. I'm cool with it. But tell me in the comments, what's your goal? I'm going to write down my number per the breakdown in my thing. I want you guys to write down your numbers. And then some of you guys are here, you're not in the apprenticeship program right now, and you do want to take advantage of the 10K launch, please come into the organization with us and run with us as we go through these next few weeks. And every single one of you that's supporting the organization, I appreciate y'all. No, Pierre, you guys have direct messaging me because I keep sending my stuff straight to you. Pierre and me are over here having a whole conversation. It's okay. He said, whoops. Claim it right now, y'all. Claim that income. You got to tell the universe that you're ready for it. Last night I prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed for like 4 hours. I was praying, and I prayed for each and every one of you guys on this call. I prayed for every single soul that is going to be connected to me. So y'all were covered in prayer last night, just so you know. But declare it. Declare it. Let's see it. Let's see it. Okay. So I wrote down my number, and we're going after it as a community. I can't do it without you guys. I can't do it without you guys, but I'm excited, and we're going to get it done as a community. So thank you. If anybody wants to hop off the mic and say something about how you feel right now, or if you have any questions about the training tonight, go ahead and unmic. If you want to contribute anything really quick, go ahead and unmic.
Hi, everyone. I just want to thank you guys so much for this. It's definitely been a blessing. It's been amazing. I too just finished suffering from COVID, and that was definitely rough. And so I'm in Louisiana, and we were just hit by a storm here. And so half of my home is unlivable as we speak. I'm sitting here with insulation around me, which is definitely not healthy, with cracked ceilings and 2 rooms that are completely destroyed. And so again, it's been amazing to get away from all of the chaos, to be able to come on this call. And so I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, sis. We'll be praying for you. Thank you so much for coming and sharing. We love you.
Love you too. Thank you so much.
Prayers for Louisiana, you guys. They are going through so much right now, and the world's just sweeping it under the rug for this COVID agenda, and it's just making me so mad. But we love you, sis. Thank you so much for being here and for that feedback. Is there anybody else that wants to share? Thank you, May. Thank you, May. All right, all my crazy kids are quiet tonight. I can have 30 minutes of dialogue between Judy and Pierre and Bonnie and everybody. No? Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys. I'm going to stop the recording now. Oh my God, what if that wasn't